I really think this video will finally transform you from a night owl to an early bird.
Head on my shoulder, hold me in your arms.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am enjoying my hot chocolate here, so if you want, grab a drink, grab a snack, and I hope you enjoy this video. I've been getting so many DMs and comments asking how I went from a crazy night owl to a crazy early bird. This video is for anyone who's been really wanting to get up earlier than usual and be more productive, not just as a one-time or a two-time thing, but actually turn this into a habit. So if you're interested in knowing some of the very practical tips that worked for me and changing me from a night owl to an early bird, then please continue watching. For some context, in case you haven't been following me for a while, I used to sleep pretty late, 3:30, 4 a.m. and I would wake up around 9, 10, 11, like it was always different timings. But come August, when I was really in my lowest time, I realized that I need to make some sort of lifestyle change, and I did in the form of Miracle Morning Routine. I will link up a video here where I did try Miracle Morning Routine. It was exact August 30 that I started waking up from 10 a.m. to 6:45 a.m.
Now, I know 6:45 is not like super early. There are people who wake up at 6, 5, 4 even. But for me, like I said, considering I would wake up at noon, 6:45 was a huge deal for me.
So before even I give you my tips, I really want you to figure out your why. Why do you want to wake up early? You've clicked on this video for a reason, clearly. So what is that reason? What is that motivation? For me, like I mentioned, I just wanted a really drastic lifestyle change to get out of the funk I was in, and it did help me to a large extent, which is why I'm making this video. But yeah, make sure you know your why, be clear with it. Okay, let me keep my hot chocolate away for a while. First practical thing that I did was to keep my phone away from my bed. Yes, this is a very simple tip, but I feel this is the one thing that I did that really made me get up literally from my bed, considering I just wanted to sleep. My body was screaming because I wasn't used to it. So after using my phone at night, I would make sure that I set an alarm and keep it away from my bed, where I have to physically wake up in the morning when the alarm goes off. And sometimes these are the simplest things that all of us would have heard of, all of us probably know, but we never apply it in our own lives. So if you haven't tried this, please try it, because this has been a big game changer for me. Talking about alarms, most of us need an alarm to wake up in the morning. Now, I'm very proud to say that because I've been doing this for almost 2 months, my body automatically gets up by 6:30, 6:45ish without an alarm. That's where you eventually want to reach, right? You don't need an alarm to wake up. Your biological clock has been rewired to automatically wake up at a certain time. But before you even get to that point, an alarm is super important. And why I'm so specifically talking about alarm is because I do use a specific alarm app. I did speak about it in one of my productivity apps video. In case you haven't watched it, I will link up that video here. It's called Alarmy, if I'm not wrong. I will link it in the description box. And the great thing about this particular alarm app is that every time you have to turn off an alarm or even snooze, you need to solve certain puzzles or calculations, and you can set the difficulty level, whatever you feel you would need in the morning to kickstart your brain. Once you solve puzzles, you're already up. Your brain has woken up, and that's what we want to achieve, right? Because once we are off the bed, because our phone is away on a shelf, on a table, and to turn off the alarm, now instead of just hitting snooze or pressing a button and going back to sleep, this app prevents you from doing that, because to stop that annoying alarm sound, you have to solve some puzzles. Okay, now you're off your bed, your brain is awake because you've been solving all those puzzles to turn off the alarm. Now the question is, what do you do? Let me help you out. The first thing that you should do is something that you like to do. For example, let's say you want to work out early in the morning. Most likely you're not going to be super excited to get up early in the morning to work out, unless it's already been a habit for you, which I'm sure it's not, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video. If you're anything like me, you're gonna get up, but the moment you think of, oh my god, I have to rummage through my wardrobe, wear some workout clothes, wear some sports bra, leggings, shoes, get my yoga mat out and torture my body. I'm sorry, that's how it feels for me if I have to wake up early in the morning to work out. Now you must be wondering, what is the solution? Because, well, you want to wake up to work out. And if you don't like to work out early in the morning, then what should you be doing first? How about you do 15 minutes of anything that you enjoy? Maybe that could be, I don't know, painting, listening to music, whatever that can literally get you excited. And it need not be very time consuming. In case the reason that you are getting up early in the morning is something that you enjoy doing regardless, well then you can just directly get to it. But in most cases, you might have something that you've been procrastinating or don't really want to do, but you know your body needs it or your mind needs it. Then do anything for 10-15 minutes that's going to bring you so much joy, so much happiness, so much excitement, so that after you turn off your alarm, you are just excited to get to that particular task and then move on to working out and then move on to, I don't know, studying a new language or studying anything or working on a presentation, whatever that is. Okay, now that we've established you've woken up, your brain is up, you're excited to do your first task, another tip that probably ties all the other tips together, at least for me, and that is to get to that task immediately. What I mean by that is essentially to reduce the number of steps needed to get to that first task. For example, in my case, like I mentioned, I wanted to do the Miracle Morning Routine. What you probably don't know is that I did try waking up mid-August sometime to do Miracle Morning Routine, but I couldn't stick to that habit of waking up early and doing my Miracle Morning Routine because after I would get up, turn off the alarm, I would get so lazy to
brush my teeth, wash my face, probably tie up my hair, change my outfit, go get my yoga mat, go get my books and journals and pen, everything else that I would need for my Miracle Morning Routine.
Your brain is constantly going to shout at you to go back to bed and relax and sleep. And I've realized that the longer that time gap from the time you wake up to the time you get to the first task, that is the struggle, right? Because that's why your brain keeps going, oh, you know, I could just sleep probably. Maybe I'll just start my routine from tomorrow. Okay, today I can't find my journal, so screw it, I'm gonna sleep. There are so many excuses that your brain can concoct early in the morning. So to avoid that, get to the task immediately. Instead of putting the yoga mat in my room, I started keeping the yoga mat in the living room itself in a corner so that I don't have to carry too many things from my bedroom to the living room. That's where I do my Miracle Morning Routine. If you are part of Instafam, you've seen all of it because I pretty much update every single day about my morning view and my morning green tea during my Miracle Morning Routine. Another thing that you might find gross, but I personally don't care. After turning off the alarm, I just go to the washroom, pee, come out and start my routine. Instead of, which I used to do for a couple of days, then I realized it's just annoying me to do that early in the morning, which was brushing my teeth and washing my face. It was just very unpleasant to splash my face with cold water early in the morning, and it's almost mechanical in the best way possible because you want to reach a point where your brain does not have to think through all these menial tasks to get to your actual big thing that you're trying to accomplish. So yeah, maybe you are someone who just feels that you have to brush your teeth the moment you wake up, or to wake yourself up you want to splash some water, which I used to think would work for me but apparently does not. Just see what works. The point is to reduce the number of small menial tasks that you have to get done every morning before you get to the actual big habit that you're trying to form. So I hope all of that was clear. Now, following all those tips, you might actually end up waking up earlier for the first few days or even the first 1 week. But there is another thing that you must keep in mind to actually make it into a habit, and that is the big word starting with C: consistency. So initially, whenever I've tried waking up early, I've never stuck to it for more than a few days, to be very honest. And I kept wondering what was the reason, and I realized it was because, you know, 2-3 din ke baad something came up and maybe my family wanted to watch a movie late at night, so I would watch, and then I'd be like, you know, it's okay, I'll wake up late today and tomorrow I will start waking up early. And then that just keeps going on. One day leads to another, and before you know, you've completely lost track of those few days that you did wake up early, and now you're just back to your old ways. So this time what I did different was that I was consistent no matter what. That is what's going to make this into a habit for you. So when I started waking up earlier in September, I did it very nicely for a week, and then, you know, second week onwards, certain things came up, life happens. I'm in a long distance relationship, so my boyfriend called very late, so I had to sleep late, or maybe, I don't know, I went out, slept over at a friend's place, and then one day I lost track of waking up early because, well, I woke up at my friend's place. So just so many things can happen that will actually push you off track. So what you need to do when life comes in the way, one is to stick to the exact same sleeping time as much as you can. So if you know you're supposed to wake up at 6 and let's say you want to sleep by 10, set a routine where by 9 you're starting to wind down, and by 9:30 all your gadgets are off, you do your skincare, all of that jazz, and are ready for bed. So having the same consistent sleeping time is going to really help you. But like I said, life can happen. There might be some days where you couldn't sleep at 10 sharp or 10:30 even, maybe you slept at 11 o'clock. Now even on those days, make sure you wake up at the same time every single day, regardless of the number of hours of sleep you've gotten. So even if you slept at 11 p.m. and your target was to get up at 6 a.m., you're still gonna have that alarm which is set for 6 a.m. and wake up and do your entire routine. Of course, the first day you will be more tired because you did not probably get enough sleep that you would usually get. But it's a chain because you do get tired, you go through your day, and by the time it's like 9:30, you're done because you did not get enough sleep. So you need to sleep as soon as possible, which is great because, well, your goal was to sleep at 10 anyways. So this just becomes push in the right direction, and that cycle continues where you do end up sleeping earlier than usual and wake up earlier than usual. The only rule here is to have the same consistent wake up time. No matter what happens the previous night, the previous day, you have to get off that unhealthy cycle. And this consistency is exactly why my biological clock has completely switched. Earlier, if I would just wake up automatically by 10 or 11, now my body, no matter when I've slept, by the way, I would just automatically wake up at 6:30. My hot chocolate is no longer hot chocolate, it's become quite cold. But that also means that we're towards the end of the video, so I have my last and final tip for you, and that is to start small. Set realistic goal. Sleep little earlier than usual. Emphasis on little. This is coming again from personal experience. Years ago also, when I've always wanted to wake up earlier, I would set such unrealistic goals because they sound cooler, look cooler. In my case, that would be like 5 o'clock. I've always had this obsession with, getting up at 5 a.m. And that's probably something that society has also pushed onto me, right? You have all these YouTube gurus saying that, wake up at 5 a.m. You have a book literally called as the 5 a.m. Club. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but somehow that number was stuck in my head, and I thought, if I'm waking up early, it has to be 5 a.m. or it's not worth it. And we can imagine what happened when I set such unrealistic goals. I, of course, never ended up following it through consistently. So yeah, that would be my advice for you. Start small. If you are someone who sleeps really late and wakes up at noon, maybe you can just start off with 7 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. and build your way up from there. I would still love to wake up earlier, but maybe right now it's not the right time for me. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Make sure you weigh in your pros and cons, see what's possible, what's not possible, what's practical, what's not practical, and then make a decision of when to sleep and when to wake up. And those were all my tips. Let me know if you found this video helpful by giving it a big thumbs up, and also comment down below if you'd like me to make a video on tips on how to sleep earlier. Also, let me know if you'd like to watch my 1-hour miracle morning routine. I have definitely made a lot of changes and customized it to my needs. So yeah, let me know if you'd like to watch that. Or if you want to join the MegFam community, we are 55k strong, which is crazy. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. It really means a lot to me. So if you want to join this community and want to watch such content, then make sure you do hit the subscribe button, click on the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of my future videos. That being said, I will see you all in my next video. Till then, stay happy, positive and blessed, and be kind to yourself. Cheers.